we head to the North American continent, and we start things off on Thursday at Trial Mountain. Obviously with these qualifiers and stuff, we usually see different sets of drivers in different regions, though with how tight of a selection the 750 class is when we've already locked in 12 drivers of the 53 viable cars, it can be kind of tough to say. We're already seeing some drivers like Taro and Logan. Well, Logan attempted the 3 previous races, qualified in at Deep Forest, but he was in the other 2. Taro has attempted all 3. He's had no luck. Isabel's attempted all 3. She is not qualified. So you just have some with the resources to travel that quickly, and some that don't. So they have to rely on when the Challenge Series circus heads to their neck of the woods. Teams like Urban Estate Motorsports and Sam Squadron are probably going to be a little more, plentiful, because this is their area. This is the region of the world that they can more easily get to. Green flag from Trial Mountain, something 4-wheel drive advantage. Stephanie's going to use some of her own as well. She will jump from 6th to 2nd. No, 5th to 2nd. She's on my lane. 5th to 2nd, bouncing through turn 1. Oh my lord! That thing is a little stiff, I think. The car is stiff. You shut up, comment section. Once again, Isabel's in the field once more. Dom is already in 6th. That is our focus car. He clearly also used some all-wheel drive advantage and maybe a little bit of trickery to get into 6th place after half a lap of Trial Mountain from starting in dead last. He's going to be 5th now. He's going to catch Barbara asleep at the wheel on the way towards the backstretch. Out-drag Aspinall as well, knocking her back out of the transfer position. So it's really too early to say it's over. For her, anyway. Might be obviously looking at 3rd already, but we'll see if he can, if and when he can get there. I think it's a when, not an if. Sweeps around the outside of the little chicane. Space is allowed fairly, and the Huracan should have the better exit, and now he has the better line. So into 3rd, after a single lap of driving, Dom DePrisco will not be stopped. This is only his 2nd attempt at qualifying. I believe he appeared at, I think it was Yas Marina, but he got damaged. It was either Yas Marina or our top list, but either way, I know his previous attempt ended in a damaged Lamborghini. This time he's already qualified, doesn't have to go up any higher, but we all know he's gonna do so anyway. He's gonna get ahead of Stephanie, braking for turn 1. And most notably, his car does not try to leave the ground as he heads through turns 2 and 3. I just saw this in my mirror. I was like, you know what? I've had enough bad luck in the last 3 attempts I made. You go get it. You go ahead. I'll take 2nd. So I just back out of it at the hairpin there. I would rather worry about defending from Stephanie or Koroleva if I had to. Dom was very clearly on a fucking mission, and I was not about to interfere. And again, me and Kaiser have had a run-in or 2 in the last few years as well, so I can't just be brain dead about it. Koroleva with relative safety back here for 4th. Like things are going to stay kind of business as usual for the early half of the race. Yeah, everybody's pretty spread out already. Mark Wilde making another attempt to try and join his brother in the on the big stage. Up to 7th, but he's got a lot of work to do. The transfer spot's up here. And there's the difference between them, effectively. Isabel has caught the Enzo Ferrari, so she's working on it. Although once we got into the back straightaway, it wasn't quite as close. Isabel is not getting any closer on this straightaway. The Enzo Ferrari just has too much straight line speed. Which is not under any threat from Barbara. You can see that the Corvette's barely even in her mirrors on the straightaway. Now you can see it there. There's not really a threat from that range. Mark Wild's also there. Closing in on Barbara in the slower section, surprisingly. I figured the Viper would be more cumbersome, but maybe he just... I don't know. He's just driving out of his mind right now. He is very determined. Obviously everybody is, but I think he's just more determined because he's seen his brother already make it in 2 races ago. Jump ahead about a minute onto the back stretch on lap 4. Sideways for Koroleva. More sideways for Barbara, and Mark Wild seizes the moment. He gets into 6th place, but he still has 2 more to grab. So Barbara was fighting the car, it would seem. That is how Mark was able to make up time on her. The setup is off on the C7. But for the 4 that actually make it out of this race, and into the Cup, it's really just staying the same. And Dom was not actually that... He was actually slower than me by a few tenths on the last lap, but it didn't really matter because he was quicker in the places that counted. I was never going to be able to pass him. He was quicker on the way into through turn 1, 2, and 3. He was better on the brakes here. And he was really good on the way out of the long left-hander that takes you onto the backstretch. Those are the places you need to be good, because those are the places that keep you ahead on the straightaway. Dom was not the fastest car, but he was fast exactly where he had to be. And that time our lap times were about even. Nobody is going faster on this 4th lap, as a matter of fact. Well, here's a change in game state, possibly. Instead of anybody trying to pass Anastasia, Anastasia looks like she's trying to get ahead of Stephanie Kaiser. She is very close, heading on to the backstretch. Gas. Getting the slipstream, that 992 is pretty tall, especially compared to this thing. He's going to get alongside at the braking point. In the background, Mark Wild tailgating Isabel, but not making a move. Into 3rd goes Anastasia. She had to be quick about it, because she didn't want to cost them both time, or Isabel and Mark would appear. And they have appeared, so she just made a Stephanie Fromm bumper to the back of the 200. Doesn't damage the Porsche, but damages the Ford. Not well executed from Isabel as she tries to push her way into the championship 4. Instead, she's going to push herself out of contention again. You can just about see it on the third-person camera there. Her car got off the ground, so I don't actually know if that was an attempted bump and run. I think the Ford GT actually just bottomed out, much like what Stephanie's car did at the very start of the race. At which point, then, Isabella has been kind of a passenger. So now we'll see if Mark Wild can intimidate car number 200. All the gloves are off. Now if you do damage to somebody's car, they ain't gonna have to pit for it. But he just had an awful final 2 corners. He is nowhere near that Porsche now, exactly when he has to be as close as possible. Oh, that's a huge slide for Stephanie. We could have headed to the back straight again. Stephanie is lucky to even keep the car going the right way, but it's going to give Mark Wild a solid fighting chance at the braking zone for the hairpin back here. Does he send it? He tries to send it. He's gonna... Nope, the door is closed. Stephanie wards that one off with some late defensive driving. And that defensive driving might be what gets her into the World Championship to try and defend her title. Mark Wild's got 2 more braking points, though. It is not over, but he can't do anything at this one. The whole field bunched up a little bit. DePrisco's pace was awful on the final lap, but it didn't matter. No chance at a bumper for Mark Wild. It is gonna be, as you see here, because Mark's gonna get a really bad run out of these final 2 corners. He's gonna barely maintain control of the automobile. Dom DePrisco wins convincingly. I will take 2nd, conservatively. Anastasia Koroleva will claim 3rd, and Stephanie Kaiser will barely clutch 4th place within her cold dead hands, effectively, Mark Wilde will once again come up short of joining Kurt in the World Championship. The car in 7th set the fastest lap on lap 5, Tanner Johnson, but he was marred in traffic early on. I don't remember if he got damage. I think he and Carson Hawkins were the lowest running cars without damage. Isabel leading the ones that got damage. But yeah, it is Dom, myself, Anastasia, Stephanie from Trial Mountain. Friday will tell us who the final 4 combatants shall be. The final stage, GT7's amazing spaghetti code permitting, takes us to Grand Valley Highway. And it is here we will find who will make the last 4 spaces. And some might say that you might want to intentionally finish 4th here. Everybody's made the jokes. It seems like the Focus car is almost guaranteed either a good result or a totaled vehicle, and I think that comes down to knowing that the camera is going to be on you and that no matter what, the commentator is going to talk about you at some point. Also, just, the pressure is kind of off because you're already starting in last, so you have to go and make something happen. Or don't, but, usually you wanna. And finishing 4th in this race would make you the POV car for the first round of the championship. If you can't start 5th, you might as well start 20th. We are green from Grand Valley Highway. Barbara's gonna have an awful start, lose a spot to Thrasher off the grid. Maybe. Yes, because now she's stuck the long way around. I just thought Bernice tried to take a peek 3 wide on exit. She's gonna go nowhere and lose 4th to Satoshi Rollins as a result. And it's surprising. Barbara must have had a really bad launch because that F50 is notoriously underpowered in this category. It's lighter, sure, but horsepower usually tends to rule all at most tracks, especially the ones that the 750 classes go to. And when you're competing against things like the 8 Corvette, Lamborghinis, Dodge Vipers, 1LE Camaros, the Ferrari LaFerrari, you need all the power you can get. And somewhere in the middle of the horsepower spectrum, Isabel Aspinall is trying to seize her final opportunity. Bumper to the back of the 882 on the first lap is a decision. It's not the first time he's been run into the back of either. Although on neither occasion was his vehicle actually damaged. He still don't really like to get run into. But Isabel, she's been close multiple times. She started all 5 races this week. And this is her last chance to make it into the championship. Oh, Mark Wilde into the outside wall. I believe he may have bounced over that curb. Yeah, you can see it a little better when the camera's following him. He just bounced off that curb, and now his Viper's facing the wrong way. Chaos unfolds in front of him. And it looks like it was John Garrison that might have gotten a piece of him as he spawned. That or Notario. Yeah, already into 9th. Because McIntosh is also damaged from probably turn 1 if I had to guess. But yeah, Isabel's been close a few times this week. She's also clumsily taking herself out of contention once or twice this week. Statistically the most successful driver of the season with multiple championships, 2 in a row for that. I think 3 in a row actually. And at least 1 Enduro win. I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, Isabel is statistically the most successful driver of the season. But yet it's taken her 5 races to get into the championship, if she even pulls it off. Mind you, most of that success came in the lower category. She's not actually been that successful in 750 or 715. She got close to winning the Dream Car Championship in 715, but and the World Circuit Tours. She was close on those two. Was in the championship hunt down to the final race on both of them, but she also, she won the championship in at least the Clubman Cup and Premium Sports Championship. I think she won the Sunday Cup? I'm not sure. She has had a very quiet lap here as I've yapped about her successes, the glaze, her accolades. Now it's not so quiet. Now she's gonna capitalize on Rebecca Briggs and Daya Kurosawa's feud at the chicane and grab 2 quick spots at the end of lap 2. The top few cars have not really moved from their places. Rollins, Page, Thrasher, Ruby Kurosawa, who started on pole, and it would be considered a dramatic upset if she can stay here, or even stay in the top 4, in a vehicle that's not been super successful. She and her sister Daya are the only drivers who were eligible for this championship in Aqua, because Yo's car has a race car engine in it, and has an illegal fuel tank size. Her Evo 10, that she's engine swapped, is not allowed. Her old Hellcat-powered Mitsubishi GTO would have been allowed, but that got totaled a long time ago at this point. Skip ahead onto the back straight. Satoshi Rollins has a bit of a run on Barbara, but he's gonna back out of it. He must have heard my joke in the pre-race screen. He seems to have very little interest in passing anybody. Even after Barbara slides out of the way, now he's got no choice but to go for it. Barbara curb hops and sends Rollins careening into the dirt, but he survives and makes his way into 3rd. He was probably keen to sit there, honest to God, but he didn't get a chance to. Oh my lord, why are you doing that, Isabel? 3 wide with Bernice and Milo. Gonna get Milo on the way out of the chicane and might outdrag Bernice in the long term here as well. Ahead goes the Ford. I guess this is the kind of aggression you gotta have if you want to make it into the... Bernice is not happy with Isabel's maneuver through the tunnel entrance. But it doesn't matter. Isabel's into 5th, only has 1 more pass to make. And this looks like a good shot. She's really pushing it through the S's, down the inside of the 55, trying to rob a former champion of her spot in the championship. And despite Barbara attempting to pinch her on the inside of the hairpin, the C7 is defeated. Isabel into the top 4. Now she just has to stay there. Rollins is right on Thrasher's taillight. You cannot get any closer than that without damaging the Ferrari, basically. We'll again skip onto the back stretch. Rollins is actually losing time to Isabel rather than catching Thrasher on this straightaway. He clearly had a not great exit onto the bridge, closing on Thrasher in the slow section. Or really everything is just tightening up now. Isabel's gonna go down the inside. No, I'm looking at the wrong car. I'm blind, excuse me. Now she's gonna go down the inside, and that's gonna be the outside of Thrasher. That's not gonna work. Thrasher will block her off if she tries to get a huge run of the tunnel. It's not gonna matter. The Ford GT just has more horsepower, and now she's into 2nd with 2 laps to go. Tries to take a shot at Ruby for the lead, is instead going to lose 2nd as a result of that decision making. He's going to make another attempt at the S's on the F50. Going to be the long way around in the S's instead. Nope, Thrasher will break her, use the lighter car to his advantage. Rollins is trying to take 3rd back. He will have no success by the looks of it. And it doesn't seem like Rollins is under any immediate threat. Barbara's not really closing, neither is Bernice. Barbara's in 5th. Okay. Not for lack of trying, that Barbara's not getting any closer. She's pushing the hell out of that car in a way that she doesn't usually do when she's driving. Usually Barbara's successes come from when she's calm and collected and cognizant of her driving, but she is pushing to the limit of that C7. Speaking of the limit, I think, no, Thrasher is safe on the back stretch. Garrison's had a day to forget, clearly. I want to see what put him back there, but I also want to see, the end of the race. And there we go. Thrasher concedes second, it almost looks like, on the way through the little S there. Probably not brave enough to try and hang the outside of that set of turns. Huge overspeed, wasn't even considering that possibility. Isabelle jumped straight to the lead, skipping any kind of battle for the lead. Yeah, there's a cone line there. I do wonder if perhaps there's a connection between that and John Garrison literally being, like, way back here. I think he's legitimately close. The leader is probably closer to him than he is to 14th. That is how bad his race has been. And he did not get to attempt Trial Mountain, so this has been his only attempt of the week, and it's going to go about as terribly as possible for him. For every underdog miracle like Ruby and Thrasher are kind of pulling off, there's another guy with a car that seems like it could be in the top 4, and he's just not having his day. There's a Corvette up here. Rollins looks like he's pretty secure in 4th. Bernice having passed Barbara at some point, but the camera just did not catch. It is a train of Chevrolets behind Thrasher. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all Chevrolet. But it looks like only one of them is going to be making it into the championship, and it's going to be Rollins. Although Bernice is really attacking this chicane. She got a much better one than Rollins did. She is going to have a shot at him right here. Having said that, but it's going to have to be some crazy move through the tunnel, and that's not easy to pull off. And she doesn't have it. She didn't have the arrow set up. Isabelle is going to win and take the last possible opportunity to get herself into the Challenge Series World Championship. She will start 5th. A big shock of the day, Ruby will take 2nd from pole and get Aqua into the Challenge Series World Championship in a Roof RGT. Thrasher and Rollins and Bernice will finish basically nose to tail. Bernice will miss by a few tenths of a second. Thrasher and Rollins completes the qualifying drivers from this round. And with that, the grid for the Season 4 Challenge Series World Championship is set as follows. Your pole sitter will be Wanda Glass, who won an Autopolis, followed by the other race winners of Nilu, Wayne Hansen, Dominic DePrisco, and Isabelle Aspinall. Then Eric Wojciechowski, Brian Ice, Victoria Noir, myself, Ruby Kurosawa, Jacques Aranto, Kurt Wilde, Farah Fadanzi, Anastasia Koroleva, John Thrasher, Emmy Angelos, taking over Serena Rosa's car, Rosalind Stout, Logan Cool, Stephanie Kaiser, and Satoshi Rollins will be the POV car for the brightest night in Tokyo, a 45-minute Tokyo Expressway endurance race that'll be the first of a 9-race championship to decide this season's champion. That sounded redundant. But some interesting data here is the manufacturer split of the cars that made it. 2 Dodges, 2 Chevrolets, 2.5 Porsches, because the Roof RGT that Ruby's driving is just a modified Porsche 991. 2 Fords. Yeah, 2 Fords, 2 Dodges, basically 3 Porsches, 2 Chevys, a Mercedes, 1, 2, 3, 4 Ferraris, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lamborghinis. 3 Lamborghini Murcielagos, literally all 3 Murcielagos in the series qualified for this final championship. That is... that's crazy. Me, Wayne Hansen, and Brian Ice all make it in. Dom DePrisco with his Huracan and DeFaro Fardanzi in her Aventador make up the 4th and 5th Lamborghinis to make it in. Nilu's 296, Eric's F12, Anastasia's Enzo Ferrari, and Thrasher's F50 are the 4 Ferraris. I also totally missed Kurt Wild's McLaren F1. So, nearly half of this championship is Italian cars. Ferrari versus Lamborghini is going to be the biggest story of this World Championship. There's a 50-50 chance, damn near, that one of those 2 companies is going to get a World Championship out of this one. Oh boy.